Fox. You know, this is the thing is that, you know, with the changes that came to Fox in the updates, you know, we saw a lot of complaining on Reddit, Mewtwo King being the one who's on top, you know, just saying a lot of ish. You know, the thing to keep in mind is that this character is still intact, but he's everything that you want to do with Fox, it's still there. You still can play like Melee Fox, but the things you have to keep in mind is that you don't get the Shine Spike because there's the knockback growth that builds up on aerial targets. Well, but then you also don't have this ridiculous lack of landing lag on your up B. So the character's a little bit more honest. Just think of it that way.
Because, I mean, if we're being honest, Melee Fox is kind of broken.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of broken.
We will get into that. We will get into Fox being a pretty phenomenal character, and even now is still a top tier in this game. But Mach making quick work of this man, consistently using that up B throughout this weekend, and it's been his go-to option once he gets those pop-ups, right?
Now, Machiavelli was a little scared of those lasers right there. He was trying to sit on the platform, and BaconPancakes was like, okay, I'm fine with that. Just jump up, give you a little laser action. Mach was a little bit at too high of a percent right there in order for Bacon to really get any sort of follow-up.
So at the mid-range, it doesn't hurt to just keep blasting them, shoot off some of those lasers, because Ivy doesn't really have the best run speed. I mean, but that's why she has these long whips, right? Oh, even they're cognitive of knowing where he was and trying to use the reflector there.
I think he saw that Machiavelli had that charged up, so when he saw that he was kind of at an angle where Mach might go for it, he used the Shine stall right above it, because if he hadn't done that, then he actually would have fast fell right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was incredibly smart play by BaconPancakes.
And it was not only that, I mean, yeah, it was an educated guess, but it was also something that was relatively safe for him doing it, right? So he Shine stalls. Say it didn't even come out. That's fine. You still have the chance to, you know, still be safe as you're coming back down to the stage.
I mean, Shine stalls is an incredibly safe option. You can get out of that Shine really quickly.
There's the back here, though, and Mach looks like he's going to do it. He knows that his only option was to go to the platform, and even then he was a bit short. So Mach's doing a great job edge guarding him out, finishing that stock. I mean, Melee players coming into this game, sometimes they do have difficulties dealing with BM-centric characters because it's a new archetype. Sometimes they don't know what they're getting into, or there's new mechanics that are involved. But I mean, BaconPancakes has been doing good for the most part.
I like how well we're seeing Machiavelli set up this iron wall using two moves, really. He's using the Razor Leaf and he's using the back air.
Yeah. That's a great point. Now, Ivy does a great job of using Razor Leaf and back air to occupy space. Razor Leaf is great because it's slow-ish and it goes forward before it starts coming backwards, right? And it's just this touch of it going backwards, too. It's not anything crazy like Olimar with the throw, where it's completely active with the Pikmin going forward as well as back. But it's enough to just occupy that space, and people have to figure out how to deal with it. But if you know how to deal with Falco Laser, you know how to deal with Ivysaur Razor Leaf, right?
Yeah, it's like a Falco Laser that goes backwards.
Just slightly, yeah.
It moves a little bit slower, but
it's still that same idea of this is a disjointed projectile that's right in front of you. There's a lot of ways that you can deal with it. And if you don't know, make sure you're checking out some of Kira's videos when it comes to dealing with Falco Lasers. Excellent video.
But what makes Ivysaur so difficult to deal with is even if you do know that and you do know how to get past the Razor Leaf, then he just gets the retrieving back airs out, and all of a sudden, you know, you made it past one wall. Well, now here's the second line of defense.
Right.
How are you going to get in?
It's really tricky. With Fox, I mean, the way you do it is you try to punish landing lag, or you try to punish them for whiffing. For instance, there is still recovery on that back air. So if you can force them to whiff back air, say you dash dance out, bait them, you press that button, and then you dash in, and then you get to do Fox things to people. So, yet again, the reason why Fox is good and still viable is the incredible dash dance game is still very much present in this character. So, if you guys are Melee nuts that are just tuning into the stream and you guys are discouraged from playing Fox, I would highly encourage you to try him out. Enjoy it.
Did you see he used the heal immediately to totally negate all the damage from those short hop double lasers at the beginning?
Yeah, that was sick. And from here, ooh, look at the dash dance. Really nice. Doing a good job of even off stage, like Machiavelli is still threatening. It's pretty scary, dude.
So let me ask you, do you like this stage? Do you like that this stage is legal?
Honestly, no, I don't like the slanted edges. That's my primary problem with it. And honestly, even if the platform in the middle was even instead, I think that would be better. I just don't like the fact that it's like it has these angles. Apart from that, I think the stage is fine. Personally, she kind of has problems because the needles have difficulty with the platform and it's a bit wide. But, I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do in this stage for sure.
So I'm actually kind of liking Ivy here
Yeah.
because of the odd edges.
Yeah, because you can be a little bit lower down, and it's easier for you to up B on people, right? So it gives you better angles of access.
So Mach's going to bring this back to 3 stocks apiece, retreat to center to get a grab, but good techs out of the way by BaconPancakes, playing very, very safely right now.
Good job avoiding the up air. At that percentage, it would have been questionable whether or not he could have kept it together. Mach's doing a great job using burst movement, something that's very PM-centric, and doing a good job of keeping an eye out for Fox. I'm trying to say, yeah, I've seen this character before. I'm not trying to see the follow-up. California, no stranger to a lot of Foxes.
So I was actually really liking Machiavelli's use of that platform that Crazy Uncle Randy, whatever, that comes up and down. He just kind of stayed right there, used the wall capabilities that he has because he knows there's absolutely no way that BaconPancakes is going to try to encroach on that space.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh. That was a very hard read. Okay. Now that up air, you were talking about the burst movement a little bit earlier, that comes into play so huge, especially against fast fallers and the way fast fallers like to combo.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can be used defensively, especially whenever they're trying to come up there and do that, like those up air things, and then
BaconPancakes actually called that one out, though. He saw the burst movement there and immediately caught it with an up smash.
That was sick. That was
nice
really
sweet spot.
Sick.
Now, if we can say anything about Machiavelli, he knows his angles. He knows where his moves hit, and he knows how Ivysaur can get his opponents where he wants them.
Yeah, so I can actually make a comparison for all you Street Fighter folks out there. Ivy's Smash equivalent of Dulcin, right? You have all these crazy long limbs that come out and hit these specific angles that help keep people out. But once they get in on you, things are problematic. So you do a great job of keeping them out and doing that effectively and then having to figure out your defensive options to get away. But making BaconPancakes is making that win. Getting himself on the board, 1-1 apiece. And Mach is going to try to figure out where he wants to go next. So with Ivy, I could imagine that you want to have platforms in the fact that you can still up B people if you push them on top of those. You don't want Fox to have a ton of room to dash dance. It just gets hard to hit. So if you can stifle him a bit more and your vines can cover more area, I think that would be a good pick as well.
How do you feel about WarioWare or Wario Land?
I think Wario Land is not bad. I think it's a good pick. You also get the verticality there as well. There's maybe a chance that you could potentially hit him with that Solar Beam.
But then there's also the chance that you die to an early up smash.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
Ivy is heavy, though, so maybe not a huge concern.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, you have to play with this idea of, like, sure, you want to shut down. You want to do the best thing where you shut down your opponent's options, right? I like Green Hill Zone here, actually, too. Because this goes in the mentality of I get to cover up a lot of the space. And you also have a little bit higher of a ceiling, so you don't have to worry about up smash as much. Ivy's going to end up having to edge guard really effectively, though.
Yeah. You saw there right at the beginning of the game, Mach was a little bit too aggressive there, trying to go in on the short hop double lasers and ate a bit of percent for it, but he has completely turned that around now and has all the control. That was a big hit, but this stage has some pretty large blast zones on it. And he's struggling to find that kill, and he probably won't find that kill until a solid 110, 120% unless he can capitalize on these edge guards big. But he's just having trouble right now pushing BaconPancakes over the side because of this crazy pressure that Fox is able to put on.
There he is, taking him off the top. That was an excellent job. I wonder. So I wonder what Mach is going to do to continue this. He's been doing a good job zone. He's been putting out those normals, making it things pretty difficult for him.
I mean, he does have an entire Solar Beam charge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he double jump, dash out, dash back in, up smash? Okay. That's good Fox things.
Yeah, no, those are Fox things.
Those good Fox things.
You can tell he's a melee player.
For sure. And then you get to come to this game and then just slam the C-stick up when you want. It's good.
Oh, you know, I almost talked about that game 1, That's so nice.
Yeah.
Like not having to jump cancel the running up smash.
It's a yeah. There's a. I mean, that's the thing with PM, right? It's like, it's Melee with a lot of quality of life changes, right? Like the big thing I complain about is that when I'm going back to Melee, I can no longer RAR whenever I'm trying to edge guard, right? And then there's other things like you have to do jump cancel dodge smash. Like just PM at the very least is just nice for quality of life. Like you just feel good. It feels good to be able to play this game. It's easier on the hands.
Wow, 60% off of one up throw, but is Machiavelli going to get that edge guard?
Yes.
He will, and go up 2 stocks at 63%.
The reason being is he took that a little bit longer on that roll up that saved him that time, and then he was able to make things happen from there.
I love the usage of the burst movement right there by Machiavelli to get out of the way of the up throw up air. Pushes him off to the edge right here. These back airs might be able to see it, but he actually lets him side B to the stage for free.
Yeah, he just went raw. That was Mach. Mach had him at a higher percentage. He wanted to press a button there. He was willing to lose a stock there just if it meant to build extra percentage because he already has the advantage. That was a sick ledge dash. That was really fast. No.
Oh, completely wrong direction. I don't know if I've ever seen Mach miss that this weekend.
Yeah, he's been consistent this weekend for hitting it. He was a consistent hitting at IAB, but even then, like even if you maybe if he even RAR'd it, he might have still done it incorrectly. I'm not sure, but even regardless of the fact, Mach still being the top IV, still being the guy to look to when it comes to how to play this character with that zoning mentality. I do like to think though about I think in Oklahoma IV that I think it was Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, yeah, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z was the most aggressive Ivysaur I've ever seen, bar none. I'm talking like the second that they would be in the noob zone, you know, like at the edges of the stage, and then they start jumping from there. Like noobs do that a lot. He would be the guy that would be there instantly off stage and then just be daring people, and just like, yeah, dog, you're about to get this work. Just never feeling safe. Never feeling safe.
Terrifying.
The Nairo of Ivysaur in that way, right? Like constant aggression. It's super